What's good? How y'all doing? Fresh out my workout. I feel amazing. You did. Having a good week. Having a real good week. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. It helps out the algorithm of this YouTube channel. If you've never seen me before, this is your first time tapping in, I'm Kevin Robinson Jr., formerly known as Kevin Hates Hip Hop. That was my podcast I had on iTunes for 7 years. You feel me? I was in that top 100 on the US philosophy charts on iTunes quite a bit for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Topped out around number 14, but that's number 14 out of 100, you know what I'm saying, in the fucking US, you know what I'm saying? I made number one in a bunch of different little small countries, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was number one in Chile and motherfucking Barbados and shit, you know, it's cool. But it was a smaller platform. I didn't leverage no big NBC sponsorship or nothing like that. I definitely had a lot of sponsors reach out to me trying to get my podcast on their network. But one thing you don't notice about me, it's your first time tapping in, I'm all about ownership. I will never sign over my IP just to be a part of somebody else's shit. I'd rather do the slow boat to China, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm doing with here. I've only been on here since May. I've been putting out videos consistently weekly, you know what I'm saying, a couple times a week. And I'm looking to grow this shit slowly, man, slow burn. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm making gumbo, you dig? Or a nice brisket, you know what I'm saying? Because it's football season, a nice brisket. To make brisket, man, you gotta let that shit cook overnight. Sometimes grandma would let her chili cook overnight. And that's what I'm doing here with Kevin Hates, well, not Kevin Hates Hip Hop, but Kevin Robinson Jr., the YouTube channel. So like I said, hit that like button. Helps out the algorithm. You feel me? I'm looking to get this seen more by more eyes, but more than that, impacted by more ears. I want more people to be impacted by some of the shit I say. The title today, the topic today is things that'll keep you poor. And trust me, I know what it is to be poor. I've been broke as fuck before. Grew up broke as a kid. I didn't know it. I didn't know we was broke till we got to college. I got to college and I started seeing these rich kids being able to do shit that I couldn't do. I'm grateful I grew up with a plastic spoon in my mouth and not a silver spoon because it gave me grit. You know what I'm saying? I would have never had that shit if it wasn't for me growing up without money. You know what I'm saying? So I really look at that and I really cherish that. Like I'm grateful. You know, I'm grateful to God that I grew up with grit. Because a lot of motherfuckers, if they grew up with shit, they grew up with that silver spoon, you know what I'm saying? And they lose it all in their 20s. They grew up with that silver spoon and they lose it all in their 20s or they lose it all in their adulthood. They wouldn't even know how to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I done been in multiple times. I was broke as a kid. I got hood rich when I was working in music in my 20s. You feel me? Lost it all in my early 30s. And I just got it back. Just got it back in the last couple of years when I found real estate. You know what I'm saying? Real estate wholesaling, investing and shit. And everything else I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, things that'll keep you broke. This is coming from a nigga that's gonna be 37 in 2 weeks. Word. If you wanna give me something for my birthday, yo, it's the cash app below. Send me $37 for my 37th birthday. You feel me? You dig? Or send me some Amazon bucks, man, for my birthday. So I can cop a book or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate that. Real talk. Anyways, man, look. Things that I keep you poor. Number one, practicing vertical wealth. Now, what is vertical wealth? Vertical wealth is this. Vertical wealth is once you start making some money, say for instance, you was broke. You was only making $30,000 a year. You started investing, but now you making $150 a year. You ain't never had no money like that before. You don't even have a financial planner. You don't have none of that shit. So I'm gonna give solutions at the very end too. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to save you from going broke. Especially if you first time nouveau riche, you just got a bag. You never had a bag before. You know what I'm saying? Because we all do that. First time getting a bag, never had a bag before, we start doing crazy shit. Vertical wealth is this. You go from making $30,000 a year, now you're making $150,000, $200,000 a year. You feel like you got to buy more expensive shit now. You don't want to drive that Honda no more. You like, fuck that, I'm going to go get me a Benz. I'm going to go get me the Porsche. You dig? The brand one, the Taycan, that motherfucker, the electric, that motherfucker smooth. You feel me? You go get you a Macan for your baby moms and shit. You know what I mean? You don't want that 1 bedroom in the hood no more. You like, fuck that, I'm finna get me a 2-bedroom loft. I was paying $1,500 a month, but now I'm paying $3,000 a month. That's vertical wealth. That's practicing vertical wealth. You dig what I'm saying? That's practicing vertical wealth right there. You don't want to do that. I've done that before. I've gone from literally being broke as fuck when I first worked in music. Literally, no motherfucking money. Nigga, I probably was only making $2,000 a month, no capping. When I first got out of college, hustling in the streets, wasn't really making no money, interning, one toe in the streets, one toe in the motherfucking, 1 foot in the fucking studio trying to figure out that music shit. And I fucked up my bag, man. I started making $10,000 a month just overnight, like literally, it felt like that. And I started doing vertical wealth shit, man. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Number two, keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses. This is a real problem I had. This is when you start buying shit that you really know you can't afford or you can't afford, but you just start doing it because you can. Like, perfect example. You can afford that Louis Vuitton $1,500 messenger bag, backpack, laptop bag. You know what I mean? Or you can go get you a cool little generic leather one for like $100, genuine leather. You did? But you like, fuck that. I want to get the Louis Vuitton one because I want to stunt. I want to show these niggas I got money. Let me explain something to you. The same people that you're trying to impress are the same people that don't give a fuck about you. These are the same niggas that'll rob you. These are the same niggas that's talking ill on you. And who gives a fuck? You stunting on poor niggas. You dig? I did this shit, man, 10 years ago. I was buying all type of Fendi and Louis Vuitton and all that shit you niggas is doing right now. I did that shit 10 years ago. Did it. Been there, done that. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with designer and Balenciaga and all that other shit. But my nigga, don't do it just because you want to stunt on niggas. You feel me? Don't do it because of that. I did that shit. You know what I mean? Don't ever do that, man. Keeping up with the Joneses will make your ass go broke too. You feel me? Because when I went broke, I was a broke ass nigga with Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that other shit. And I had to sell most of that shit. You feel me? Real shit, man. So keeping up with the Joneses. Number 3, this one is important. Having broke ass friends, having poor friends. Now, what I mean by poor friends, I mean by poor mindset. Having a broke ass mindset. Now, you could be walking around right now with less than $300 in your checking account. You might be in the negative, but you might have it come from a high vibration of somebody that's walking around with 100,000 in their shit. You feel me? You gotta, and then there's people that have $20 million in their bank account right now and their vibration is fucked up like someone that's walking around with negative 20 in their shit. I'm gonna tell you something. When you first get your bag and you got friends around you that's not getting no money, you're gonna feel like you have to overextend yourself. When you want to go to dinner, you'll pay for it. When y'all go to the club, y'all go to the bar, you're going to pay for drinks. And eventually, you're going to start paying for shit so much, and these niggas is going to start to resent you. You feel me? Everybody can't go along with you on the journey. And I see a lot of athletes this happen to. I see a lot of rappers this happen to. It happened to me. You feel me? I was making good money. I was a six-figure nigga. I was making a couple of $100,000 a year in my early 20s. And I had broke ass friends. Not all of them, but I definitely had 2 or 3 niggas around me, 2 niggas around me that were broke. And one of them would always ask me for money and I would just give it to her. You know what I mean? Kid, let me borrow $500 for my rent. All right, cool. I come back home a couple of months later. This bitch got a brand new MacBook, brand new motherfucking Honda Accord. We didn't say nothing about paying me back. You know what I'm saying? Had to cut her ass off. Told me I changed because I was making money. No, I changed, I got better. Then I had another one who was secretly hating on me. And for years, I'm just paying, bankrolling for everything. Dinner, and that shit adds up, man. You go broke doing that shit, trust me. So keep your broke ass friends away from you. You wanna have friends that y'all can grow wealth together. You know what I mean? Real shit. And my new core value of friends right now, all of us are growing money together. I put them on plays, they put me on plays. You don't want to be the only one getting money because, like I said, eventually niggas will start resenting you for it. You know what I mean? So keep your poor friends away from you. So that leads into the solutions. So when you first find yourself coming into some money, even before you come into some money, the first thing you need to do is educate yourself on how wealthy people how they get their money and how they keep their money, how they invest their money. You know what I'm saying? Look up Jim Rohn, man. Jim Rohn's amazing. You know what I mean? Jim Rohn was like my virtual mentor. When I lost it all and I had to start researching how am I going to get, okay, I was hood rich. I made a couple of 6 figures, but I want to make 7 and 8, 9, 10 figures. You know what I mean? Like for me, I was like, yo, 7 figures ain't going to be hard. That first million is the hardest to get, but once you get it, you can double that shit. You can triple that. That first million is the hardest to get. Once you get it, you can keep moving, doubling it. You know what I mean? You do the same thing you did when you had 100,000 times 10, you got to $1 million. Now you do that times 2 and you up 2. You up times 2, do that times 3, you up 6. You do that times 3 again and you up 18. You know what I mean? You keep just doing that shit. You know what I mean? You building a compound interest. So you want to start educating on how wealthy people invest their money. Jim Rohn, Jeffrey Hazlett. There's a lot of different cats. There's some cats on Twitter. But you got to be careful because a lot of these niggas on Instagram be capping. A lot of these niggas on YouTube be capping. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But yeah, do that. Number 2, get a financial planner. Hire a financial planner. You need somebody that's used to dealing with people with wealth. And even if you only got, like say for instance, somebody passes away in your family and you come up on a $20,000 bag, for a lot of us from the hood, $20,000 is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? $50,000 bag, $100,000 bag. You need to talk to somebody who is used to seeing that. You know what I mean? The quickest way to go poor is to give your family member a lot. And this is another thing, another solution. Yo, don't sell your grandmother's house, man. If your grandmother busted her ass 40, 50 years to get that house, you know what I'm saying? Don't sell that shit. Especially if you out here in California, bro. You know what I'm saying? You live in a Bay or you live in LA and you in prime real estate. Like say for instance, you live in Inglewood or South Central or some shit. Like I'm finna get a crib in 6-0. I'm finna get a crib off not that far from Nipsey's store. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas like, ooh, that's the hood. Not for long. These white motherfuckers is coming to buy it. But I'm finna, like the way I do with my thing at Pacific Home Buyers is I know I can't stop gentrification. You know what I mean? I know that for certain. I'm just one man, but I look at it like this. A lot of the people that cold call these older black people to buy their houses when they're going through pre-foreclosure are these shark-ass white boys that don't give a fuck about them. That's why when I go on these appointments and I talk to them, they always tell me, you remind me of your grandson, or my grandson. You remind me of my son. I'd rather sell to you than sell to this dude. So I kind of look at it like when I help these people get out of their pre-foreclosure situations, I'm helping kind of stop gentrification a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it ain't about the money to me. I've done business for money and I felt like shit. I don't want to do that. If I don't feel like I'm helping somebody, adding value to somebody's life, then I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So quit selling. Don't sell your grandmother's house, man. She worked hard for that shit. Rent that bitch out. You know what I mean? If you're inherited a home and you don't know what to do with it, you don't want to sell it, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to me. I'll show you how to fucking turn that motherfucker into a rental portfolio. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. You might be making an extra $600-700 a month just off grandma's house. That shit adds up, G. Extra $600 a month. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure grandma owned the house since what? The 70s, the 60s. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I'm saying, if you out here in LA, you know what I'm saying? Like my wife, perfect example. She inherited her grandmother's house right there in Compton. The house, literally, when her grandmother passed away 2 years ago, the house was worth $360,000. Now, the house is worth $475,000, and that's just in less than 2 years, bruh. You know what I mean? So, for real, don't sell grandmother's house. And number 3, this is the last solution. This is the last solution, man. Get around some people who have come from a high vibration. Get around people that are wealthier than you. If you can't physically get in front of them, look on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Look on Twitter, look on Instagram. You feel me? Really look and read books and podcasts and YouTube. Like treat people like a virtual mentor. You ain't got to speak to somebody, but you can be soaking up the game virtually. I had plenty of people that fuck with me based upon my podcast, and I was their virtual mentor, or based upon this YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And I'm their virtual mentor. You know what I'm saying? There's a kid watching this shit right now who's like in high school or some shit, and they're going to become a business owner because of something I said. That's the part about building a legacy. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that was things that'll keep you poor. You feel me? Look, man, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Yo, do me a favor, man. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Comment below. Let me know some things that you think might be things that'll keep you poor. You know what I'm saying? We add some down there. You feel me? Do me a favor. If you want to learn you're really into like real estate or option trading or the vending machine business like I am, or what else we got? We got real estate, vending, any wealth building tools or investment, join my Discord, my brand new Discord. I just launched it. It's called the Circa 84 group. You dig? Why Circa 84? Because I was born in 1984. And tap in. It's free. We on there. I'm giving option trades, option plays and shit. Every single Thursday night, I'll be giving my Lotto Fridays, which is basically an option. So how you can do options on Friday and potentially double or triple your money, no capping, or you can lose it if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Make sure you watch videos on YouTube on how to do option trading. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a video on basics of option trading for y'all. You feel me? But join us. Circa 84 group, man. We'd love to have you. You feel me? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram below. And look, cop my books, all 3 of them. You feel me? On my Gumroad. Y'all be cool, man. All right? Peace and love, baby.